Today, I'm going to explain how ranking works on Instagram. I did a video like this about 2 years ago, but we've made a lot of changes and improvements to Instagram over the last few years, so I thought it'd be good to do an updated version. Fair warning, this is going to be a little bit of a long video because I'm going to go into detail about how ranking works in stories, and feed, and reels, and explore, and it does take a little bit of time to do that. But to start, people often talk about the algorithm, but there is no one algorithm for Instagram. There are many algorithms and ranking processes we use to try to personalize the experience to make it as interesting as we can for each and every person who uses Instagram. We believe in this idea of personalization. What you're interested in and what I'm interested in is different, and so therefore your Instagram and my Instagram should be different, and ranking is how we deliver on that promise. So let's start with stories because they're at the top of the app. Now, when you open up Instagram, the first thing we do is we look at every story that you might see because it was posted by someone you follow within the last 24 hours. And we estimate how interested you might be in each and every one. Now, we can't know for sure how interested you are, but we can use proxies or guesses. And so what we do is we make predictions. We predict certain things that you might do with the story. You might tap on a story to open it. You might reply to the author. You might like the story or send a reaction or an emoji. These are all proxies for indicating that you are interested in what that person had to say. And the way we make these predictions is we use signals, information that we know about you and your interests. Now, the most important signals for stories in order of importance are your history of interacting with stories. So do you tend to look at stories from this author? Your history of interactions with the author of that story. So do you tend to reply to that author or like stories from that author in the past? And then how close do you seem to be to that author in general? Maybe you message them really often. That's another signal. Now we use those signals to make those predictions. The higher we think the likelihood of you tapping on that story or replying to that story, the higher up in stories it's going to be for you when you open up Instagram. All of this is a means of trying to help connect you with the people that you care about and that you're interested in. Next, let's go to feed. The goal of feed is to catch you up on the very best that's happened on Instagram since you used the app last. This means photos and videos not only from accounts that you follow, but also from accounts that you might not have heard yet, but we think you might be interested in. And what we do here again is make a series of predictions. So for every post, we predict how likely you are to comment on it, like it, share it, tap on the profile pic, or even spend a few seconds looking at it. And we make those predictions using signals, information we have. The most important signals in order of importance are: 1, your history of interactions. What do you tend to interact with and like on Instagram in the past? 2, information about that post. Is it popular? Is there a lot of activity around it? 3, information about the person who made that post. And 4, how much do you tend to interact with that author of that post in the past?